Welcome to this week's Word Nerd Trivia Challenge. Each week we're bringing you a 25-question quiz with 5 different categories. For each correct answer, give yourself a point. The categories this week are National Anthems, What's the Point, Harry?, Dicks, World Geography, and Birthstones. We're going to start with the Level 1 card, and these should be the easiest questions of the bunch. We start off with National Anthems. This is pretty simple. You'll hear a sample from a country's national anthem. You just have to name the country. What country is this the national anthem of? That was the Brazilian national anthem. Our next category is, What's the Point, Harry? I'm not going to bother explaining it. You'll figure it out. What movie is this frame from? That's from The Fugitive. Our next category is Dicks. This category is all about television detectives. I don't know what else you'd be expecting. What show features a private investigator who lives in the guest house of a Hawaiian beachfront estate called Robin's Nest? That was Magnum P.I. Bonus question. What Hollywood legend provided the voice of Magnum's benefactor, the reclusive Robin Masters? Orson Welles provided the voice of Masters in 5 episodes. Our next category is about world geography. What country is home to Mount Everest? Switzerland, India, or Nepal? The answer is Nepal. Our final category this week is about birthstones. What June gem is the only birthstone that comes from an animal? That would be a pearl. All right, moving on to level 2. What country is this the national anthem of? That was the national anthem of Italy. What movie is this frame from? That's from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. What detective series, starring James Garner, started each episode with a message on an answering machine? That answer is the Rockford Files. What country has the most pyramids in the world? Egypt, Sudan, or Peru? The answer is Sudan. Sudan has between 200 and 250 pyramids, as opposed to Egypt's 138. Now, some would argue that the Sudanese pyramids are significantly smaller than the Egyptian pyramids. Others would argue that size doesn't matter, and you're making it weird. What December gemstone has been mined in Cerrillos, New Mexico for over 1,000 years? Alexandrite, turquoise, or sapphire? The answer is turquoise. Moving on to level 3. What country is this the national anthem of? That was the national anthem of Japan. What movie is this frame from? That's from Witness. What series features a former model forced to run a detective agency after her accountant steals all her assets? The answer is Moonlighting. Bonus question. What Hollywood legend's final work was doing the introduction for the Moonlighting episode The dream sequence always rings twice. That intro was performed by Orson Welles. The episode aired 5 days after his death and was dedicated to his memory. Which of these is the world's largest island? Madagascar, Greenland, Borneo, or Sumatra? The answer is Greenland, which is 836,000 square miles. That's larger than the other 3 islands combined. What November gem shares its name with an Alfred Hitchcock film? The answer is Topaz, though Psycho would have been a pretty good guess. Moving on to level 4. What country is this the national anthem of? That was the national anthem of New Zealand. What movie is this frame from? That's from The Empire Strikes Back. What Peter Falk series popularized the inverted detective story format, where the audience knows who done it from the start? The answer is Columbo. What country has the longest coastline in the world? Canada, Norway, Indonesia, or Russia? The answer is Canada, which has over 200,000 kilometers of coastline. That's twice as much coastline as what the number 2 country, Norway, has. In the film Romancing the Stone, what May birthstone was the titular stone named El Corazon? Was it an emerald, a ruby, or a diamond? El Corazon was an emerald. All right, this is level 5. These should be the hard ones. What country is this the national anthem of? That was the national anthem of Poland. What movie is this frame from? That's from 42. What show follows a private detective with obsessive-compulsive disorder and 312 phobias? The answer is Monk. On what continent would you find the world's largest desert? The answer is Antarctica. The Antarctic desert is over 14 million square kilometers. Okay, for our final question, there are 2 correct answers. If you can get them both, give yourself 2 points. If you can get one, give yourself 1 point. If you can't get any, don't give yourself any points. Duh. Here we go. Name a birthstone whose name starts with the same letter as its month. The 2 stones are opal for October and sapphire for September. And that's it for this week's quiz. Add up your scores and leave them in the comments. While you're there, please do consider giving us a like and subscribing. We'll be back next week with an all-new quiz. Thanks for watching.